Basilicata, also known as Lucania, sits as the instep of the Italian shoe in southern Italy. Around there you will find on the coastlines the Ionian and Tyrrhenian seas, with the great blue crystal water that everybody wishes to see. You will also find many mountain ranges in the northern parts of the region. The people here are known as the Lucani. Starting my trip out from Boston took a long 10-hour flight to the Bari International Airport in the region known as Basilicata, which is where we are visiting. We then drove to our hotel in Matera known as the Palazzo Gattini Luxury Hotel, and it was very luxury. Many amenities, and it was a beautiful place to stay, something I would love to go do again. The next morning, we took a trip into the city, where you could find many historic sites, one of being the Sassi of Matera, which dates back to 7000 BC, where people dug into the sides of the mountain, creating a city of caves, which was why Matera stands today. We then took a trip to go get food at Bisconti Ristorante, where my main course was pork shank. I then had tiramisu as my dessert. Pork is the main meat of the region. We then took a trip to see the Matera Cathedral, dedicated to the lovely Virgin Mary. It was built in the 13th century and has a Pulian Romanesque style architecture. We then took a trip to the capital city of Basilicata, Potenza. It was quite big and full of history. The main attraction that we were here for is the Potenza Cathedral, dating to the 5th and 6th century. It even still has inside the rose stained glass window from the 12th century and the apse still being used. Next thing we saw, we went up to Melfi and saw the castle of Melfi, which dates back to the Normans who took conquest of Italy back in the day, and now is a historical museum. Next, we took a great hike up the Bellino National Park with beautiful scenery all over. It was something that you had to see in person to experience. Then, we took a trip down to the beach, to the port of Malateria, located in the Ionian Sea with teal crystal blue water. It was beautiful. The water was warm and we were able to swim and have a great time. Next thing we did was take a tour and kayak around the surrounding area, seeing the great ocean front. It was a beautiful sight to see, one of my favorites. But my favorite part of the trip was when we hiked the Cristo Redentore, also known as Christ the Redeemer. It is a high up hike and we had to travel all the way up, but at the top you see the statue of Jesus standing at 70 feet over the Ionian Sea with great views to see. It was something that I loved. Another great part of the trip was the trip to Metaponto. This region was home to the ancient Greeks, and even was home to the great philosopher Pythagoras, creator of the Pythagorean theorem. He taught philosophy here to some students for some time. Olive trees we also saw, but these are not very big in Basilicata as you can see. But overall, I had a great time, and I would love to visit Italy again. Even though Basilicata wasn't as great as I thought, I would love to visit places like Rome and other surrounding regions, just to get a taste.